Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, if you're new to my channel, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Now, cross watchers are always more than welcome to watch because energy is fluid, and so roles could always be reversed. Now, if you're not a Virgo, check out my Psychic Soul Healer channel. There, even if you are a Virgo, you might want to check out the Cross Watchers version, their perception, how they see things. Sometimes it's very enlightening. All right. Now, if you're new to my channel, know that I like to look at everything. So we do a deep dive. We look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes, as well as look at everything else that you want to. All right, now if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you have to be open to actually getting a shadow reading because that is part of the reading. But you also got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always the underlining energy of why everyone's doing what they're doing. Like what's influencing a person's behaviorisms. This is important when you're dealing with a karmic mate. This is important when you're dealing with relationships. So, um, again, it's a deeper type of reading. Now, let's see what that word of the video is going to be. We're going to actually pull two. You'll have the option to write either word in. And it's something that's new, but I'm going to use my deck, the Psychic Soul Healer deck, as well as another shadow deck to get the word. Okay, synthesis. Someone's looking for a sign. That's what I'm feeling already. Someone's looking for a sign from the universe. Again, and they don't think that they're psychic, but they are tapping in, which is ironic. And it's like this person is waiting for the right time to deal with a karmic attachment and so that they can come to you. This is the underlining energy. It's like they're just sitting. So I'm feeling you're not seeing them do anything. They're in separation from you. They're not giving you anything. They're not talking to you. Or if they are, it's so small, it's not enough to even. And the reason why is because your person is connected to someone that they don't want, that is watching them, and they don't want to really even be attached to that person, but that person is watching them. And they are know, like, if I, whatever I do, I'm going to, it's going to cause problems. It's going to cause major problems for, again, that karmic. So, and I also feel like for them to contact you, they don't know how you're going to react. They don't know what you're going to do. And I feel like they're just waiting. They're waiting for some sort of sign. Maybe, again, you're going through a transition soon. Maybe you might consider moving. You might consider like some big event that they feel, and that maybe something that's happened in your career, I just heard. So again, like they're waiting for something, and it's almost like they want to approach you when you're not 100%, when you're thinking about something else aside from them. Like, and I don't know why this person actually feels like you think about them all the time or what the issue is, but there's a sense of, like I said, that they're connected to somebody else and they're just waiting for the right time. And I feel like they're afraid to approach you. That's why I said there's a sense of, I don't want to really approach you when you're really grounded and really, I want you to be thinking about something else. So I feel like they're stalking you on social media. I feel like they might be talking to mutual friends. They're trying to gather information. And this is the underlining energy for these two cards. Now let's see. And ironically, I looked down and this card betrayal is there. So I'm kind of feeling like you got in a connection with somebody that was connected to somebody else. And that's been a theme lately. I left you before you could leave me. Say this person saw you weren't putting up with any shit. Like there was things that just were not lining up. And so the thing is, they could tell by the questions that you were asking, and I feel like they misjudged you. They thought that they could just flatter you and love bomb you and because they perceived you as lonely. They perceived you as like not really being 100% fulfilled in your life. And I feel like this person tends to target certain people that they feel are not really strong, that and when I mean strong is strong emotionally, strong financially, strong like any other way, that they perceive them as almost like beneath them. Then what happens is that what I feel like is that they come on and they come on really, really, really fucking strong. And then what happens is that, and when I say strong, I mean sexually every which way, and they give that person that they perceive as needy everything, and they get what they want, and then they like, boom, out. However, I feel like they did that to one person that never left because they got themselves pregnant. And so that's the attachment. And the thing is, so this person feels obligated to that person and has for a very long time. They don't want to be with that person. They're not happy. They were made to be in that connection. And I almost feel like it's because of spiritual reasons, meaning like they were very religious. So they are the kind of like live a double life. And that's why they had to leave you before you left them. Because again, they already feel like shit about themselves. They're attached to this karmic that again, that the karmic's like, we're gonna make it work. And I feel like your person is like, I don't care. Like I don't care. I learned to departmentalize. I've learned to be in, you know, like co-create with this person, but then get my sexual needs and emotional fulfillment outside. And so thing is, and they know that you were never going to do that. I want to be more than friends. So the thing is, this person is like I'm seeing you now for who you truly are. I see you and I don't know how I misjudged you so badly. And the thing is, there is a sense that you know exactly how they operate now, and they know that you know. We will be together again. This person's like, I always had a connection to you, and they did, but they downplayed it. They downplayed it because that's not where they wanted to be. So they are like, I do want to be together again, and I want to be more than friends, and I want that, but I know I messed up everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a sense that they want all that, but they don't know how to come back from that, which is what I was going to say. I look for you everywhere. They almost hope that they bump into you. Like, hey, how are you doing? Long time no see. Hey, let's go get a drink. But the thing is that you'd be like, this way they can come across almost like friends and that they didn't have to reach out to you so they won't have mud on their face. Because there's a sense that this person is like, wants you to think that everything was a misunderstanding. Almost like I bumped into you and it's like, oh, hey, long time no see, and act real nonchalant. And I don't think that, they keep trying to wear that mask. They keep trying, and the truth of the matter is that they're still going to be attached to that karmic because that karmic isn't going anywhere. So the more they pretend that that person isn't there. And so that's the thing with this person. It's like they're coming at you from a place that's not of truth, is what I'm feeling. It's like there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of connection. Yes, they feel like you're a soulmate, but they didn't take the time and they wanted to run around. There was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of jealousy that they tried to stir up in you. They try to play the game, same games with you that they did with these like people that they perceived were lower. And I think a lot of them actually were lower. But again, when I say lower, someone that didn't feel that they were good enough, someone that was lacking like the love. They weren't loving themselves, so no one was loving them, and so they were empty. And so that's again, your person was almost like a predator, and they treated you that way. And that's the thing. It's like, but they knew that there was always a connection. They just downplayed that connection. They just didn't believe in that connection. They just thought that they can control the connection. Now you're out of their life, and that's part of it too. It's like you didn't put up with this, even though they left you before you could leave them. There's a sense that you know, and they know that you know. And so it's like they also think that, that karmic is, gonna stay put and never really go anywhere. So they're not dealing with that karma. I wish I could share my good news with you. They're making changes in their life. It's not that they're not. I just feel like this person is going to hold back information from you. And it's like, and I don't know why I'm feeling that, but I just am. And it's like you're out possibly because of how they operated in the past. But let's see before I jump to conclusions, because that's the energy there. And the reason why is because they like it starts off with attachment where it's like they're just like, I don't really know how to deal with that. It's like, yeah, it's there, but it's like I have to take care of it anyway. But and of course you wouldn't want that. No one would want that. No bounds. Like, yeah, like there's a sense of not caring about your boundaries. And that's what I felt. It's like, oh, because this person is too much strategizing. They're not coming from a place of their heart. They're still worried. They're attached to someone and they're waiting for a sign. Well, knowing that that thing's still attached to them. And the thing is, they feel something's going on within your career. I don't like it. Staying stuck. They continue to stay stuck. That was the argument to begin with why you're not with them. It's like they stay stuck in a place with not improving their own life and then want to be attached to you in hopes that you're going to fix their life unconsciously because I feel like they see you as someone different. And so they're like, than how they originally saw you. And I feel like they didn't see you that way because they didn't respect the connection, so they didn't give enough time. And they gave time to people that, again, were of lower hanging fruit, not even worth their time. It was like because they departmentalize in order to, to please the karmic or to stay with the karmic, I should say, not even please the karmic, but karmic, which is that they would be in a relationship with them, a real relationship. They're settling for half a relationship, which is, well, you're not going to be with me, but you can pay my bills and you can feed my bank account. But, I know you don't want to be with me, but I don't really care. This is what it is. It's like, and so your person feels like they have to. And they would think that they're going to carry on a relationship limited. And again, they know no one's going to want to be in a relationship with that because they're limited. That what can they give you? They can't give you anything. So there's still a sense of I want what I want. Like this person is very selfish. Again, too intense. And it's like, and part of them is so flipped out by the connection that they have with you. They're like, I can't resist you. And that's because if they would step into their best self, they could be with you. Karmic mates are not just, don't just come into life to destroy our life. Sometimes people come into life to show us how we're supposed to be. And I'm kind of feeling like this is like your person. It's like you came into this person's life and you mirrored everything that was wrong with them, everything, and they got triggered by it and they projected and they thought you were toxic. And the real thing of it is they realized that they were toxic. And They realize that they were toxic because they have attachment and they pretend that that person's not there. And they really do treat that person like they really treat them as if they're single. Like if you were to stalk their social media, there would not be one picture of this person, nothing. It was like they live separate lives. However, your person pays for everything, and that person takes care of all the household duties. So it's a very codependent thing that your person is like, I don't want to be in this though, but I don't know how to get out of it. So I'm not going to. I'm going to pretend it's not there and still try and go out after what I want. And that's the issue. And so, yeah, like they're gonna like this reach, like it's like, yeah, it's not really true. It's like it's a far reach from what you're saying. They're gonna stretch the truth, and I feel like you're going to see it. And then their natural behavior is always to be self-righteous because they know that they were slow to act, that they didn't do anything, and that when they do something, it's always sneaky. It's never straight. And there's a sense that they know this and that they're gonna roll the dice. They're gonna come towards you and they're gonna roll the dice, but they're gonna see that they're out of sync. And the irony is that it's like they're waiting for a sign, but they're not seeing those signs because I'm feeling like you're not going to tolerate this or the way that they come back if you're still connected to somebody else. Mm-mm. And so again, like because they kept you out, and there's a sense of that karmic knows that your person cheats all the time. They don't care as long as they don't get anything. So it's like you will always be kept out of every single holiday, every single birthday, every single whatever. Again, and then when what trying to deal with it, it's like they avoid, and that's what I said. They run from their issues. They know that that's not right. And that's why I said it. I feel like this person is too much strategizing. They're too much in their head and not their heart. And so again, they want to control it. And they still want to control it now that they even say to themselves, I want to be in a relationship with you. See, before they didn't give you anything. They just went for the lower hanging fruit. Now they actually think that they're like, oh, they're a little bit arrogant. I'm not gonna lie, the self-righteousness. They actually think that they're gonna come back in and that they're gonna offer you a relationship, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, and not look at everything else. See, because now I'm actually coming in and I really do have genuine feelings for you. I just didn't clean up my shit. So that's the energy. So again, I feel that's why you pulled betrayal earlier, because this person continually like come into people's lives, and I feel like they just make a mess of everyone's life. And the truth is, it's not like they don't have feelings for you, but I'm going to take it a little bit deeper. We're going to look and see what type of relationship or what else do they feel about you, because sometimes we'll see other things. I feel you pulling away, and it's triggering my fears that you'll leave me for good. So this person again feels you leaving them, feels like you're cutting your energy, like you don't really like want to be with them. That's why I feel like them trying to strategize now, wait for the right time. And I feel like they still haven't settled whatever they have to settle 100% there. So, but they're afraid that you're going to leave them. So that's why. I'm afraid you're going to meet someone else before I'm ready to be with you for good. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. So this is why they're coming in the way that they are. I needed to see that because I'm like, okay, so they're still not done. So I feel like they are breaking away from that karmic. It's just they're slow moving to act. They're just everything was snail mail. And it was because they just didn't want to deal with it. They were actually hoping that that karmic would just give up. And I feel like what happened is the karmic wound up kept trying to do more and 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 more things to try and fix it. And the only thing that's happened is the karmic became more and more obsessive, which has made your person really not want to be in any contact at all with this person. But also now your person knows I can't really do anything because this karmic is putting in so much time and effort and energy that they're going to be watching everything. So whoever I go to, that's it's going to be a problem. So this is the issue. So will they come back? My thing is yes, but my advice is do not let this person come back into your life. And we have to ask ourselves, why did you attract this person in your life? Like, what is the spiritual lesson? Because understand this is imbalanced energy. Why? What do you need to integrate? What is spirit trying to tell us? And when the universe brings us people, okay, gifts. Well, I feel like you found your gifts, and I think you're very psychic, and that is a gift. You're very intuitive, so you would actually know that this person isn't, but it's also finding your gifts because this person obviously can't give you anything and hasn't given you anything. So I feel like in this time of separation, you put the energy into yourself because you were connected to this person. You did care about this person, and it hurt. So what could you do? It was a sense of, well, let me put the energy into myself. Okay, let's take that one. Yeah, the present trying to, again, growing up in childhood, because that's what this is, our childhood gifts. What are the gifts? And you actually became very psychic in your childhood, and that might mean that you grew up in a very traumatizing environment. Sometimes you just inherited the gift, but again, not all the time do we get our childhood wounds actually wounds. Sometimes the shadow is just a hidden gift, truth. But again, being held down, growing up and not really possibly being able to flourish that gift because you were taught that you were someone else. You were taught to be someone else. And when you're psychic, you can't be anyone else except for your true self. You have to come from your higher self, and the higher part of self is God part of self, of all unconditional love, that you're filtering everything through unconditional love. So I'm feeling like you're empathic. And so empathics are, very sensitive, they're highly sensitive, they're intuitive. So you are always intuitive. You were just told that there was something wrong with your sensitivity, or you perceived that there was something wrong. And so you shut it down. And during this time, they've opened up more because you put the time into yourself. You gave yourself self-love. And one more. I always like to pull one more. Innocence. So I feel like your innocence was robbed. So going back to this time brought you back to a place of innocence, which is like childlike, which is play. And how do people find themselves? When they again invest in themselves and they go out and play per se. We can be any age and go out and play and discover new wonders of the world, connect with new people that change our perceptions about ourselves and life, which I feel like you did. So you evolved past this energy, and I feel like it was just a karmic test that, again, before we evolve into a new level of life. And so this person knows things is happening for you. That's why they're like, I'm not done disconnecting from this because I haven't moved and nothing really has happened. However, I feel you're moving on, and not just moving on, but you'll meet someone, because if I have these feelings for you, everybody's going to have these feelings for you. And so, though I'm not ready, I'm going to come in and do that. And so, little does this person realize that, again, you have gifts. You found gifts during this time. So they're not going to be able to do anything. And you have to pull and say serenity through love, release, and inner work. I know peace. I have gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. So again, the universe is clearing you first and foremost. Again, yes, brought you a situation that you may see as, oh, that was toxic, but Spirit said, what did it teach you? And you'd be like, what, that I can't trust people? And Spirit would say, no, that you can trust yourself, that you do make right decisions because you didn't stick around with this. And through love, again, you can have love for somebody that is just that broken. And that's okay because we're supposed to be that. But release what no longer serves you. And the inner work is this person, again, it was as imbalanced as someone that was probably in your upbringing, somebody that loved you but couldn't be there for you on an emotional level, and someone that couldn't be there because they avoided their own problems. They didn't deal with their problems head on. And that is kind of like the same scenario. And doesn't mean that they didn't love. It means that they weren't brave. And it's because they didn't trust themselves. It's the fact that they didn't love themselves. So we have to release them with love and walk our truth every step with confidence by knowing who we are, and that remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom, again, from the higher self, the God part of self, that only happens in the now, and let the universe do its work, because the universe is always going to bring you the people, the situations, and the experiences that change your mind and your heart. And the universe knows exactly what you want more than you know what you want, because the universe is God. It's that all knowing, all encompassing knowing. And we actually have that energy inside of us. And so when you heal and integrate all your shadows, you become more like that radiant energy that we call the universe. And I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how you resonated with this. And until next time, be true to you, always love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.